different. You go to hockey games to get excited. Total goals with the goalie Paul, and the Bruins, showing hearts of lions, have tied it 3-3.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back by popular demand. This is our last episode was our Jordan flu game. We got good audio today. We're hitting the ground running. Episode 13 brought to you by Chip Seeds. The bag somewhere around here. Thank you, Chips. Here it is. Here it is. Chip Seeds. Rip the chip. Got Maple Mania. Stumbled across a pretty funny clip of Noah Kahan, who ate too many sunflower seeds one time, was hospitalized. But if he was eating chips, that probably wouldn't have happened. So check out Chip Seeds. Vermont-based.
He is a stern chip supporter after that incident, actually. There's an article somewhere on the internet. You'll have to find it. But Noah
He was
Kahan,
talking about how he was energized from the Maple. Yes. And it was a good hospital visit because he was energized.
Yeah.
Yes, we love chips.
Noah approved. Thank you, Chips. Gentlemen, how we doing? Recording on a Thursday, change of pace. Obviously, this episode could go 4 hours with the amount of chaos that has happened the past week. But how are we doing?
Doing all right. My bad on the audio last week. Holy hell. That microphone couldn't have gotten close to my face. So apologies to the X amount of listeners we have. We're back.
We're good. Weird trip. Weird Florida trip. Super Bowl weekend. This week has been dragging on, but we're ready to roll. We're feeling good. We're back with a vengeance tonight.
Super Bowl, Olympics, kind of a weird couple of days of NHL hockey. We got some housekeeping that we want to roll through.
While we're on the Super Bowl, just for 1 second, that the media being Monday through through Friday, that these guys are just answering questions all day is utterly ridiculous.
Circus.
What are we doing?
And the questions they're getting asked are completely insane.
I saw one on Robert Spillane talking about the Brady nonsense that there's no allegiance to the Patriots, which is again utterly ridiculous on Brady's part. But like DraftKings posted a picture of Robert Spillane and was like, "This is what Robert Spillane said." They're just getting clickbait on all of their media, and there's bulletin board material everywhere. It's complete chaos.
So I got a kid that I went to high school with, and I think he worked for DraftKings or something. He does like content, and he goes to media days. And he asked Vrabel about how his shoulders look so good as like a question. And he was asking like guys, like he asked Sam Darnold that since he had mono once, does he have superpowers? Because he knows he'll never get mono again. Like these are the types of questions. Hilarious. This kid's very funny. But like these are the types of questions that they're getting asked.
What did Vrabel say?
I forgot. You're going to have to go watch the clip. Just
gonna need that answer.
can't remember. Yeah.
If you don't answer it correctly, then you look like a douchebag online and there's no context to it. Meanwhile, they answered 72 questions before that.
For a week straight. So,
anyway.
All right, I'm glad you stopped us here because I texted you guys, said I got a hot seat. I was going to have this in the around the league section, not even around the league, but what in God's name is Brady doing? The guy's got a statue outside of Gillette, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't have a dog in the fight. Brewski was going crazy. Asante Samuel, he might break Twitter. He's like, I'm going to put him on his ass if he keeps doing all this. Like, he is blowing him up. Vince Wilfork's giving him the business. Like, hey, Tom, you own like X% of the Raiders. Shut up and support the Pats.
I think it's so stupid. To your point, there's a statue out front of him. Just say you're rooting for the Patriots. No one cares. The Raiders would be like, yeah, I get it. I completely get it. It's more like, yes, the Patriots, he was there for a ton of years, won a ton of Super Bowls, but it's also like you were teammates with Mike Vrabel. And I'm assumingly pretty good friends. I don't know. Seems like you're all pretty close. Very bizarre.
It just feels like he is too cool for us. He was friends with all the kids in middle school. He's a freshman now. The kids that are in 8th grade right now, he could not give a shit about.
Couldn't care less. Skip Bayless was all over him on
Everybody
Twitter.
Is.
Skip
As
Bayless,
they should be. It's just crap that he's just doing this.
He was like our idols growing up, and to see him just kind of like just kick us to the curb, like you said, goes to high school, forgets about all of his buddies. It's like, pal, we made you.
Don't meet your heroes.
Yeah, seriously, holy hell. But yeah, I had to get that one off my chest. That was just kind of crazy. Like it would have Just like a weird thing to say, and just hilarious that everyone else is just like, what is he doing? They're just basically disowning him. Maybe
He could have not answered it too. He could have been like, "Do you really have to ask that question?" Like he could have given it a political answer, and everyone would have been like, "Obviously, he's rooting for the Patriots." But
yeah.
maybe Same Seats needs to be his PR team. I don't know. I have no idea.
He's
I
got
know.
Alex.
I don't even want to.
No,
I don't even want to.
After that,
No.
we're disowning him. He's got Alex Earl on his mind in St. Bart's.
Invite revoked to Same Seats podcast to Tom Brady.
Yeah, he's never coming on the pod. We don't
Close.
want him. We don't want him. All right, let's get into the good stuff here. B-Cam, floor's
Well,
yours.
Where I think we were going to lead off with the origin story of Same Seats from
Yes. Manny. Shout out Manny, one of my dad's friends. He left this comment that on the origin story episode. So if you guys haven't heard that, go ahead back to the first episode, tune into the Same Seats origin story. This is a bystander, and this was his comment. It reads, "It is true. Mo Keefe cost us the Stanley Cup on May 10th, 1979, 46 years ago. It was Game 7 being played at the Forum against the hated Habs. 38 was tuned in downstairs at the house on Barnes Road in Hingham, Mass. The room was filled with about 6 drunken high schoolers waiting to graduate high school the next month. Some of us could buy beer because the drinking age was 18 and wasn't raised to 19 until later that year. All staff and Mooseheads were being emptied at a pretty good rate. At 2:34 remaining in the third period, the Bees are leading 4-3. We were going to beat the Canadiens. Then Mo Keefe decided to switch seats after taking a leak. Immediately, the flower, Lafleur, number 10, ties it up. Yvon Limbert wins it for Montreal in OT 5-4. I know this is true. I was there. It was at my house. My name is Manny." Thank you, Paulie Manton, for some added context.
His first name's not Manny.
It's Paul Manton.
Which is even
Goes
better.
by Manny.
Which is even better.
Thank you, Paulie Manton Manny, for adding some
The line of the beers were going down at a good rate. That's a classic line.
all staff and Moosehead. Haven't heard of those.
Bunch of
But shout
drunken
out,
high schoolers.
shout out fans. We love our loyal listeners, and it's a founding father of the Same Seats lore. Appreciate you, Manny. Shout out.
Shout out, Manny. Thanks, Manny. That is 10 out of 10. The story is true. We didn't make it up.
It's
We
true.
have multiple sources, which is awesome. What a read.
I know, that was a good read.
Getting pretty good at reading, boys.
To kick us off on the housekeeping, couple clicks for the corporation.
Olympian.
Added to Finland's roster, bringing the Bruins subtotal to 9 guys in the Olympics. Didn't do any homework on how that compares to the other rosters in the NHL. I'm assuming it's top of the list. It's a lot
Sounds
of guys.
high.
Yeah. So a couple clicks for the corporation. Played very well over the last month or so. So love to see that. We talked about it a couple weeks ago too. James Hagan started that Foundation Feeding America fundraiser. Raised over 100,000 meals for families in need. So
Clicks.
not only is he lighting up the bean pod, he's also raising money at the same.
What a
Dean
guy.
Pot?
Man of many talents.
You mean the Dean Pot?
That's an unbelievable nickname. There's a couple other ones that we need to get into that I think all Bruins fans are very riled up about, and rightfully so. The penalty minutes, there's an issue.
It's an epidemic.
There is a complete issue. So this was before last night, so tack on, I don't even know, 20 penalty minutes from last night. But heading into last night, they had 752 penalty minutes in 56 games. That's almost 14 penalty minutes per game. They also have the worst special teams differential at -87.
And their power play is really good.
And they're
Exactly.
top 5 in the league.
Wow, that's stunning, actually.
So again,
I don't know where we go from here, though, because we were texting about it last night. What does Sturm say to them? Stop playing the way they are. They're playing well. It's piss and vinegar. We've said it all like the referee show is coming out, but like, do you tell them to stop playing hard? Then they're not playing as well. So I don't know. You got to take the good with the bad, I think. But I'm kind of at a loss right now. I don't know what to do. I can't do anything, but I'm just.
And how many times can you just come into the locker room and be like, stay out of the box? How many
they're
times?
adults. They have to know. They have to know. Like, we're getting into games here. Obviously, an easy segue, but the 2 games, right? Grab a couple points on the Florida swing. Penalty-ridden games, both games. Some of the penalties, like Twitter's burning up. People are like, it's a ref show. It's a ref. Yes, it's a ref show to a certain extent. They miss some calls, but when you're Swayman and you're just slapping the puck out of play, when you're Corrali and you're just like, let me just hold the puck and just throw to the guy in the D zone. It's like, we know these are penalties, and a squirt knows what's going on here, gentlemen.
In 31 years, I've never seen that move that Crowley did on that penalty. He put his full hand over the puck in the defensive zone. And then he
short circuit?
He looked up like he saw a deer in headlights. Like, what happened? I don't know. You just covered the puck.
Was it me?
Was he looking for a whistle? I have no idea. It was insane. That was absolutely insane. But we can obviously, we'll get more into it as the games go on, because the penalties, as the week went, they just got more absurd.
BChem, going off of that, I pulled up some numbers. Zadorov, 123 PIMs. That's almost 20% of all the penalties taken by the Bruins, coming in at like 17%.
Zadorov could take another 123 penalty minutes in the second half of the season. Wouldn't care.
I'm getting sick of it.
No, I love that penalty on Tkachuk last night. I'll sit here and say it. Let him know.
It was a horrible call.
It was a horrible call, but
Horrible call.
just some of the penalties he's taken.
He friggin' sneezed on him. He didn't do anything.
Well, it should have been a matching, without a doubt, because Tkachuk whacked him right back, sent them both.
Should have been nothing. Soft league.
I agree.
Rough
I agree.
show.
But the one positive note on the penalty minutes, the top 3 in the league: Bruins, Lightning, Panthers. Good company.
Interesting. That's interesting. I bet Tampa and Florida's penalty kills look a little different than the Bees, though.
I would agree with that.
Who's running the PK? Is it Leach?
It's got to be Leach. I saw something on Twitter. Some guy was like, I've been saying this all year. Spotter should be running the PP and PK.
So they need to mix it up on the PK, though. Honest to God. The rotation
might be,
horrible.
you know what? It might be Kelly. Might be Chris Kelly running it.
PK wasn't that bad, this bad last year.
Yeah, it was.
But again, I don't.
Well, Dale's probably didn't take as many penalties.
I don't think they're playing that poorly on the PK. They're at it 5 times a night.
I know, that's true too. Well, this goes back to one of our later episodes. Is it just, are they bad, or is it a war of attrition where that they just keep losing? They can't sustain it.
It's got to be war of attrition.
And that makes it sound smart too, saying that.
Yes, after you said that in the last podcast, I loved it.
Recycle, Ben.
Staying on the penalty minutes, though. The Bruins are on pace to commit 409 minor penalties this season, which would be the most by a team since 2008 and 2009. In the 2 biggest losing streaks of the season, 12 games total, the Bruins have accumulated over 26% of their total penalty minutes on the season and just 21% of their total games. So when they're losing at a high clip rate, the penalties just go north. So it's definitely our Achilles heel, but it's also the way we play. My head's spinning. I have no idea.
But when they're playing well, they're not taking as many penalties? Is that what that math is saying?
And a bunch of numbers right there. You're going to have to spell it out at a 5th grade level for us.
I'm like Alan going down the escalator in The Hangover.
In their 2 biggest losing streaks of the season, 12 games total, the Bruins have accumulated over 26% of their total penalty minutes of the season, and just 21% of their total games. So the 12 is of the 82 games. They've accumulated over 26% of their penalty minutes.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
It's a lot of math in there, so I apologize. I know it's late on a Thursday here. The Bruins also have 4 players in the top 25 most minor penalties taken this season. Zadorov being number 1, McAvoy 10th, Kaslik 21st, and Hampus Lindholm 20th.
Oh, you should have let us guess.
I
Hampus
knew it was going to be Lindholm. I think we did this a couple weeks ago too, and it was the same customers still riding at the top of that list.
Well, you had a good stab, BCam, from one of the episodes. I was trying to think of it, but it was the amount of time they spend in the box, like versus being 5-on-5 in their win percentage. It's like there's just a direct correlation.
There is
between the two.
Couple clicks for Chuck. He moved top 5 into the points for defenseman in Bruins history. Passing Krug, but he's joined by Bork, Orr, Chara, and Brad Park. Great company.
You ever hear of those guys?
They were good.
Yeah. And then we got a bunch more. So I'm just gonna rattle it off here.
Rattle them off. Rapid fire. Get the revolver out.
And this is kind of an open discussion here. I got to be honest. After seeing Poitras play the last couple games, I'm putting him on the no trade block. I had a feeling. Give me your thoughts.
That's 2 thumbs downs for those in the audience.
He's looked good, but where do we fit him in? We have some injuries now. He's proved that he could be a valuable piece. So if anything, we showcased the kid. Looks great. I mean, he did come out and say like he's not unhappy in any way or something like that. Basically, like he's happy with the situation and everything. But he just showcased himself and he showcased well. So maybe we can get a better piece and a pick. Like if we send him in a pick versus having to send a couple more pieces, for example, in a trade. Again, I just don't know where he fits in.
And I mean, he had a really nice goal as well.
That was disgusting.
But if he doesn't score that, how much does that affect your thinking towards him?
It's a really good question. That goal was really nice.
Because it was a great goal. Great goal. Hall of Fame goalie.
I thought he was all over the ice. Like even when I went to the Flyers game, he had a couple point blank opportunities where he just like puck goes the right way. Obviously a goal. He was right there, but I thought he played hard on the puck. I thought he like fit in well for a guy that has seen 0 NHL time this year, and he just jumped into play and has been a part of I think what's 3 games now. So they've gotten 4 points out of it. I don't know. I just think having good depth at the center position is really hard to come by, and to ship out a center who's 21 years old and has so much room to grow, I just think you got to see it through because like even if he's a 40, 50 point guy, I don't know, like he fits in somewhere. He has to. And like the Bruins have never really had prospects like this in the last 5-6 years.
I feel like he's just too, I don't know. He doesn't seem very strong on his edges, really. And every time he goes into the corner, I'm just like, he's not going to win this one. I don't know. It's just, and I'm not saying he played bad these 3 games. I actually don't think he played bad. I thought he was all right, like leaning towards good, really. But I don't know. I think you're listening to anything and everything on him.
I thought he was solid. He just he gives a little bit of Jack Studnicka, to be honest. Better. He's got more game. He just kind of gives me a little bit of that.
That snuck the wind out of me. Yeah.
Didn't mean to stuff you in a locker there. Sorry.
Good. I mean, you got to throw JFK in there too. Then they're all the like.
Same player, like the righty center who kind of has it, kind of doesn't. I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe that I get. He's played well. Like there's the guy on Twitter, what's his name? Jesse, whatever. And he's like, why are you sending Poitras down? All this, that, and the other thing. It's like, well, the Olympic break's going on. Like just let the kid play some games. And like, if anything, he's going to showcase himself ahead of the deadline and it's going to look pretty good. And maybe we get a something out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
And speaking of the Olympics too, seeing that Zucker and Lindholm are going to be ready for the Olympics, I don't want to take anything away from them. But as a Bruins fan, I'm like, holy hell, would love to just see him or both of them just sit this one out, get some rest. But at the same time, like I do want to see them play for their countries. It's just Lindholm's been on the IR a bunch this year, and Zacha, probably has some sort of lingering injury, upper body, because I feel like he's been in and out of games, but like hasn't really missed a ton of time. But I don't think you can't lose your top 2 centers.
No. I mean, and they somehow managed the past couple of games against some, I don't think the Panthers are, what's this? I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but like their record's not a good representation of who they are as a team.
Yeah. And they get up for playing for the Bruins.
Yeah. So they played 2 solid teams, and with missing our 1 and 2 seed, the hockey was still good.
Great hockey.
You know? So, again, but I hope nothing happens.
I agree.
At the Olympics, because we're hosed if something does.
I know. Switching notes here. Can you name me the top 5 5-on-5 scorers in the NHL this year?
Morgan Geekie.
Correct.
Fraser Minton.
Pasta?
In the NHL.
In the NHL.
All right. I thought this was going to be Bruins bias.
Same.
McJesus,
Sidney
Celebrini.
Crosby.
Were we 0 for 2?
To both. Tom Wilson.
Kucherov?
No. God almighty, you guys are striking out.
I'm sure
Holy-
this is
we're
probably
not even
excellent to
close.
listen to. Just give us the
Yeah.
answers,
We
McKenna.
could be here for
We
McKinnon,
name the entire
good podcasting.
rosters.
McKinnon, Thompson, Brock Nelson, Cole Caulfield, Mark Scheifele, and Morgan Geekie.
Cock. That kid can't stop scoring.
Now, and he's not on Team USA. Oh, no, he is on Team USA. No, he's not on Team.
He is
No,
not.
not yet, at least.
Wait, say that again? McKinnon?
Seth Jarvis.
McKinnon, Thompson, Nelson, Caulfield, Scheifele, Geekie.
Pretty good company.
So
Jarvis was just a late add to Canada, so maybe they'll get Caulfield in there. Who
Geekie
knows?
for Bedard, too.
Well, since
I'm not
Bedard's
too
been
shocked
back
about
from his injury, he hasn't really been himself. And Jarvis was on the Four Nations. Keep
But he
a little consistency.
He hardly played for Team Canada in the Four Nations.
Yeah, but he's a character. Just bring that guy
He's
along.
a glue guy.
He's just a glue guy. His buddies are probably going to fly in the cargo hold Italia from Winnipeg to Milan just to watch the games.
If Crosby's got the C on his jersey for your team, I don't think you need a glue guy. I think you got Crosby in your locker room, like you're just business. It's all business. And McKinnon too.
Yeah, but someone's got to keep McKinnon at bay. I'm sure like the Jarvis interview and the Doughty interviews, like when they were talking about each other, those two just must completely give it in the locker room. And the vibes must be at an all-time.
Did you guys ever listen to the Chicklets with, I think, Dave Andrechuk? I think it was Dave Andrechuk talking about the 2004 Lightning team, and they lost Game 6 in Calgary and were flying back to Tampa Bay, and everybody was doom and gloom on the plane, and Marty St. Louis is like all business in the back with Vinny LeCavier and everything, and they have this one guy, I don't know who his name is.
It's like Wa or Roy. I don't know if it's the French or Andre.
Some French guy just like walks up the plane ass naked with like a towel hanging in between his ass cheeks. Like he's serving like cookies like he's a flight attendant. And they said the team just started dying laughing, and that was like the reset that they needed. So
Okay.
I could see Seth Jarvis being a glue guy for Team Canada, but we are not a Team Canada podcast. We are rooting for Team USA. So you know what? Fuck Seth Jets.
Well, and while we're on the topic, the Bennett addition and the Cirelli subtraction scares me. I'd rather have
Terrified.
Cirelli
Terrified.
than scumbag Bennett.
Bennett might try to scissor kick Charlie McAvoy.
He might Happy Gilmore take his skate off and just start
He
chasing him around the ice.
He's unpredictable. He's a psycho.
Don't know what you're going to get from the guy.
The other stuff we can hold for around the league, like more like trade things that we're seeing online. The last question I have for you both is technically not the halfway mark, but we're just calling it the halfway mark because they're taking a break. What are you giving them for their first half grade?
B+. Exceeded expectations.
Is that an 87, 88, 89?
87. It's a low B+, I'd say, but it's a B+. They're in a playoff spot. Nobody expected this team to be as good and as fun as they are. So overall, to me, I'm happy with them.
I would say a B, a solid B. I think the streakiness scares me. They've obviously exceeded their expectations, and the Atlantic's a complete gong show right now in terms of point spread. But I would say a solid B. We've had a lot of guys step up. We questioned a lot of those off-season signings, which we've talked about till we were blue in the face. But I would say overall a solid B. What do you got for him, B-Cam?
I was B+ too. I was kind of flirting between B+ and A-. A- more thinking about that this was just kind of a bonus year. I think Pasta said it in his comments in the press conference yesterday where he was like, I think everyone in media and whatnot had us labeled as bottom 3 team in the league. I looked at the standings this morning. They're top 10 in points right now in the league.
Sitting at number 9.
So listen to this here. They're 5th in the Atlantic right now. They would be 2nd in the Metro. They would be 4th in the Central. And they would be 1st in the Pacific Division. So Atlantic is just, like you said, Dave, it's a gauntlet.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. The rest we'll hold off for the around the league.
I got one more for you. A couple clicks. Pasta. He's going to be one of 2 people from Czechia carrying the flag during the opening ceremony or whatever they call it. Who was the only other Bruin to ever do that? in history.
Zdeno Chara.
I was going to say Big Z.
Couple clicks for pasta. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to see
Very
that.
cool.
Well, keep it on rolling here. Couple of games. Grab 2 points in this beyond weird trip to Florida, which hopefully doesn't have to happen again anytime soon. Start off with the Stadium Series. We could probably talk about this game for 2 hours. And then kind of parlayed it over to Sunrise, middle of nowhere, where it was just a really weird game. But the Stadium Series game, I have mixed emotions about the outdoor games. Everything kind of lined up. Weather was good. People were just we were kind of clowning on Twitter. Oh, it's going to be under the tent. It's going to be so cool. And everyone's just like, oh, they're removing the tent pregame. Yeah, no shit. Sleep at night, pal. Like, thanks, buddy. Just sarcasm obviously can't be picked up on Twitter. But overall, I thought they crushed it. It was a great game. Obviously not the outcome that we wanted. The second period, the wheels fell off the wagon, but we had a goalie fight. We had some goals. I think it was everything you could have wanted, from weather conditions all the way through the end product. Tim McGraw, my guy, struggled a little bit. It was kind of cringe. Yeah, what do you guys think? We could talk about this game for hours on it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was very well done. I was anti anything outside the Winter Classic. But if they're going to put on a production like that, come in. The outfits I thought were great. I was listening to Chicklets the other day, and Yandel was saying that there might have been some miscommunication on the outfits. Like, the Bruins were technically supposed to be the Patriots, and they showed up like they were dressed from like the 1700s, and the Buccaneers dressed up as like the actual Buccaneers. So like, it was just like, I think just a miscue on there. Like, they didn't understand it, but it again ended up working out well. It was just bizarre outfits, but great outfits. I liked how the cast or the media crew got into it. They were dressed as pirates. Like, that was awesome.
Mess just kept asking, where's the rum?
Yeah,
Where's the rum?
So like, I like the buy-in from all of it. If you're gonna do it right. Like, no one can be too cool to not dress up, not act funny in situations like that. The Tim McGraw thing, I think we just cut out like maybe the concert in midway through the game. Like, maybe we just don't need that. Maybe we just let fans just hang out, drink beers, talk amongst themselves, get food, whatever. Like, we don't need a concert. So that was my only my only gripe with the game. But it was, I mean, it will be labeled as the best outdoor game.
I got one more on that one. Sorry, Michael, you're gonna jump in, but I got one more. And they talked about it on Chicklets, and we have original content, but we just have to talk about this. The poor guy shooting from the far blue line. That was the most awkward thing on planet Earth. I watched the entire thing. And then the NHL is just like, oh yeah, we'll just cut you a check for like a couple $100K. It's like, Baker Mayfield comes out. How about we just give the guy and his dad fought cancer. It's going to a cancer research center. Just cut him a check for $1 million. Everyone will live.
The NHL literally said, fuck them kids. I don't know if it was planned that Baker was going to cross out and do 200K. Baker may have jumped and seized the moment and said, we can't let this guy walk away with.
Baker should have just get.
I mean, that was a good check.
It's not even his sport.
Yeah, but God, like, come on. The guy should have just.
If Baker gives him
$1
million, if Baker gives him $1 million, he's enabling the NHL to do this charade over and over again and just be like, oh, whatever superstar we bring in, they'll pick up the tab. It's an enabling behavior.
But I just thought that whole thing, I was like, my skin was crawling on the couch watching that. It was tough.
I mean, you could have given Kucherov like $100 to shoot that in. I don't even think he could have done it.
They should have brought up like a guest shooter for that,
without a doubt.
If they were just free balling right there and shooting from the hip, just bring a guy out.
Or make
Pasta
it like
come out, he'll do
a little bit easier. The slot
with the guy at the near blue line. Something.
I don't think any of us are hitting that.
God, no.
You kidding?
I can't even lift a puck that high.
I wouldn't even reach the goal line.
All right, so my thoughts on the game. I actually loved the game. The idea of the game. And BCAM, they did dress as patriots because the founding fathers, the people who dumped the British tea in the harbor in 1776 on that fateful night, were patriots. So, patriots, they nailed it.
Well, I think it was more of a football game, seeing as the Patriots are in the Super Bowl.
I don't see the difference. But anyways, I digress. It was also nice to watch that game in the Sunday night football slot too. So that was good to see. I really liked the rink. I thought the rink was really cool. Some of my friends were texting being like, why does it look like there's just broken shit on the side? I was like, it's a pirate. It's pirate theme. Pirates aren't clean cut and put together well. You got to mess it up a little bit. So I thought it was really fun. Burn the jerseys. Leave the jerseys in Florida. I really hope they didn't travel back with them. Swayman's pads looked horrible. They looked like the yellow starburst in the worst way. And after that performance from him, he has to also burn those pads. So we can get, I have some thoughts on Swayman overall, but I don't know if you want to jump into the game at all first before
Fire away. You're on the
we
topic.
pick
We're
that
not
scab.
we'll
All
let you
right,
cook.
so this is probably an unpopular opinion. As a Bruins fan, I hated the goalie fight. I absolutely hated it. I think Swayman's been looking for a fight ever since Olmark scored the goal. I don't know what it is. If you guys have watched him over the past couple of years, always trying to get in a scrap. This isn't the first time that it's the first time he scrapped, but tried to get in a scrap. There's been maybe 5 or 6 times that he's done it. After the scrap, Tampa Bay comes roaring back. And the first goal, okay, I get it. But then he makes a bonehead play, gets a penalty, and he ends up just getting dusted and starts the comeback for Tampa. And then what bothered me the most is the day after the game, he posts an Instagram, and the caption is, "The beautiful game." And you scroll to the last picture. It's just him in the fight. Yeah, the goalie fights are cool. They're great. You just blew the lead. You blew the game. Completely blew us up. I think it's bullshit. I don't like it.
Hey, I see your side. The second, you've called this out before, him and his antics. Stop the puck, dude. Stop the puck. When he gets into this, the wheels fall off and the floodgates open, and you could kind of feel it happening. And the second he did that little flip from the glove to the stick and just basically put it through the field goal post, it was like, oh boy. Like, they scored the first one, and they got waterfront property in this guy's head. He was like flexing his hand a little. It's like, pal, I get it. It was great for the game. I got fired up. The bench was fired up. It was cool, but it's like, dude, we could use these points. How about we just like mix in a couple and just like we just stay in our lane? Like, you don't need to tackle.
We're not here to entertain the entire NHL fan base.
No, you don't need to Jadeveon Clowney, Brandon Hagel. Like, yeah, he's a little prick to play against, but like, I don't know, let someone else handle it.
Sign ourselves up for more Stadium Series games to come. We're not. We're like, so Mikey, I don't disagree with you one bit at all. I thought it looked very staged to me. It looked like it was like, yeah, let's do it for the fans kind of thing. Like they hugged after the game and there was no actual hatred. Listen, I think he gets thrown off his game when he gets into the BS around the net.
100%. It's contract negotiation Swayman is what it is.
Yeah.
He feels slighted somehow, and the chip on his shoulder turns into something else, and he just becomes a different person. I love when he's dialed, he's staying out of the bullshit, and he's just stopping the puck. I love when he's like that. But when he turns into this guy, there's just something about it. And it happens it hasn't happened.
Yeah, he's been good.
He really has. And this is the one of the few times where it's very similar to last year where, I don't know, it feels like he has something to prove. Again, the chip on the shoulder turns into something else. And it just creates a ton of bullshit.
Well, then the look at the series of events that came of that. Not one good thing happened for the Bees after that. They were in the box the entire second period, and it was terrible. And obviously, they missed that call on McAvoy. And then Hagel was just out there being a little rat. Like, he tried the old 2 for flinching on Chuck, and Chuck looked at him like he had 7 heads, which I thought was hilarious. But, like, you just can't win games. Again, back to the penalties when you're in the box for an entire period.
Well, let's talk about the bullshit penalties, though. The one on Kastelic after, what's his name, scored for the Lightning?
Bjorkstrand, yeah.
Bjorkstrand. That was a love tap. What are we talking about?
And Kastelic gets jumped by 4 guys.
And that happens 10 times a night in the league.
Like, what are we talking about here? We're going to call that? And, like, it just, I don't know. I think like there's got to be the same referees that are going through the cycles of refereeing all the different NHL teams. So there's probably referees that have already seen the Bruins at some point this year. They know their antics, whatever. There's bias going into the game, being like, I know we're going to have a difficult time with the Bruins, and maybe they're just trying to like mitigate what's to come in the game. I have no idea. You just can't do that. Like I think to your point, Mike. I know you were saying it in jest, but like a little soft there, little soft. Like just we got to let the boys play a little bit. Like the scuffles after a goal, they're gonna happen. They're gonna happen. These guys don't like each other, especially Bruins Lightning, Bruins Panthers. They don't like each other. So like those little small ones, let it go. They don't amount to much more outside of scuffles after the whistle. But what we should be watching out for, and we'll get to it in the next game, are hits to the heads. That's what we should be worrying about, not these little hits after a goal that he was still standing after. He didn't even take a stride.
No. And listen, let's clear the air, right? Like when it's a ref show, we'll admit it's a ref show. If the guys are taking penalties that are just stupid penalties, like blatant penalties, we'll call that out too, right? Like we'll call a spade, and you can't blame the refs on everything. But even in that game, that little slash on the hands in overtime where Possum basically he scored. How are you calling that? It was on the hands, right? Let's call a spade. It was on the hands, but come on, with all the other crap that was going on that game, there was clearly no whistle. Cool, blatant no whistle. Like they would have stopped. Come on. Like if there was a whistle, like they would have stopped. Why do you let it play out? Why do you let it get that far?
I did have Pasternak parlayed with a Bruins win. Probably shouldn't have let him.
Oh, that sucks.
Which is even worse.
Yeah, not good. Yeah, I think the whole game. I mean, the refs called 17 penalties in that game. 17.
Put it away. It's an outdoor game. Put it away.
What are we doing? What are we doing? It was just like if you even have to contemplate the question if it was a referee show, we're doing the wrong things. We're doing the wrong things. And I'm at like my wit's end with the refereeing because like I don't know what's a penalty anymore. I'm texting you guys last night, and I know we're rolling into the Panthers game with this one. A follow through and a shot that catches a guy in the mouth is no longer a high stick. In what universe?
BCam, and at first, when I first saw that, because it happened to the Bees like 3 times in the past couple weeks or so, I was like, shoot, am I casual? Like, I didn't know that was a rule. And then it's kept happening. And that's why Dave and I were like, yeah, fall through, can't do it.
I thought
Same thing. I would have had no idea until it's like, oh, yeah, it's a penalty. It's only because it's happened 15 times in the last 3 games.
Right. Exactly.
I thought it was black and white. I thought anything stick to face, auto, box.
No, I thought the same thing until we just learned that. But hey, you wouldn't have known that from the TNT broadcast because what a JV performance that was.
The next night.
God.
Yeah, the next night. I mean, these 2 games might as well have been the same game.
Yeah.
It was it's like a Grateful Dead concert. It was just one long game.
No change.
But like, and I know we just jumped to the Panthers, but like the Pasternak OT goal, no goal, whatever it was, obviously it was no goal, but I was listening to Chicklets. There was questions that maybe the referees whistled, the little ball that was in the whistle was getting caught.
Right.
Below it. I don't know if they were just making fun of the whole way. I have no idea. But Cooper's saying that he heard it and he doesn't know what people are talking about.
He's playing the game.
I didn't hear a single thing. And I know I wasn't at the game, but I feel like I should be able to hear it with the media production they got going on.
Hey, regardless if that little ball's stuck, there's still some sort of half-ass noise coming out of it. Right? And there's a million microphones, something.
Also, maybe a linesman could have picked up on it and been like, hey, I'll jump in for you on this one. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like me running practices for JV when I just can't get the whistle.
Because it's negative 15 degrees and you're
because
local.
I'm not in the NHL either.
Like
the
their job is
League.
to blow the whistle. They get paid to do that.
Oh God, but that was disgusting. I mean, we got away with a point. Fine, whatever. But should have
move on. Yeah. Move on. It was cool experience. The Lightning looked like a bunch of kickers and punters, which was hilarious. Like we can laugh about it now that it's over.
They looked hilarious.
But I mean, same thing, right? I know it kind of jumped into the TNT broadcast on the Panthers game, but this seemed like They did say game 7 both sides, kind of leaning into it, get the points, like got the point, but another ref show and again, the TNT broadcast was really tough all night. Just the JV squad, even the panel. You had Ace just kind of running court on there. Ace here, doing his thing, but yeah, I don't know that Florida game. Literally, the first note I had was just weird game.
It was weird.
Weird game.
It was an all-time terrible jersey matchup. It really was. It
Top
was
10.
making me sick to my
Top
stomach.
5.
I can't
Was
believe.
that the Ole Jokinen jersey? Was it?
Holy,
I think it was.
holy crap! That's a name I haven't heard since he did the one-handed Forsberg move on Timmy Thomas in the shootout. All-time terrible jersey matchup. It was making me sick watching it. They only packed the one set of jerseys, right? Because they figured, all right, this will be easier. Let's just get down there and get the hell back.
Burn them.
Yeah. This one, though, I texted it to you guys. It's Matsui was hitting good pitches. Jeter was hitting good pitches. A-Rod was hitting good pitches. Not much I can do but tip my hat and call the Panthers my daddy. That's Pedro Martinez. That's the Boston Bruins calling the Florida Panthers our daddy. That's it. That's it. That's all it will ever be.
Yeah.
But which is a damn shame. I mean, other than it kind of being the Mike Esamont show, which was electric, that goal, puck don't lie, that goal was sick on the breakaway. But I mean, there really wasn't, like, the Panthers are our daddy,
Yeah.
and you guys got to tip your cap.
They play a hard game. Like they're just top to bottom. Like there's some guys that I didn't even know that were on their roster.
Like, who is this Balinskis guy running the power play, looking like Nick Lidstrom?
Latvian.
No idea. They just somehow get all these guys that can play hockey very well. But let's get into like the absolute bullshit that went on in this game with the McAvoy hit. I went nuts typing this out, so bear with me here. I think we're at statement level for the NHL on this McAvoy. I think we need a statement on what the hell happened. The day before the Olympic break, blatant hit to the head. They call a 2-minute minor a legal hit to the head. If we have a penalty that's called a legal hit, it's automatic 5 minutes. Anything illegal hit to the head, 5 minutes. We can't have 2 minutes. Like that, we need to either change the name, upgrade the name, whatever it is. We can't have a legal hit to the head be a 2-minute minor. That makes no sense to me. And then the refs, after he was hit to the head, they got Aspero on a roughing for sticking up for their guy, which, you know what, whatever, that's fine. Like, out of the blue, you go and jump a guy, like, give him 2 minutes, whatever. And then they give a 2-minute minor on Sturm for arguing the call that the referees got wrong.
Absurd.
I think that's the most ridiculous part of the entire thing, honestly.
I was yelling at my TV. I'm like, are we shorthanded right now?
We somehow came out shorthanded from the whole.
And like to top this whole thing off, I feel like all of the stars in the NHL, and I think we can classify McAvoy as a star, they're protected. Whether you believe it or not, they are protected. The referees have an eye on them. The players have an eye on them. The coaches have an eye on them. So, and it's all encompassing, right? It's not even just the NHL games. It's like outside the games, like they're protected. I feel like the Bruins are being penalized for being the most penalized team in the league. Kind of.
I love that. I love 10
that
out of
take.
10.
And there have been, what is it? Their penalties have been insane over the first 50. These refs, like I said, have already dealt with them. And the refs talk about it, whether people believe it or not. And I understand there's a little bit of a tin hat moment here, but I think truthfully, I already saw that. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. 95 on the Panthers is not getting any sort of repercussions from player safety.
You mean Department of Panther Safety?
Oh my God, I am like stunned by all of this. And you got Whitney tweeting about it, which I think maybe a little bit of a BU allegiance there, which I love. Then you got the broadcaster like, yeah, I don't know what happened there.
He lost his edge. He was unbalanced.
So Connor Ryan tweeted. He goes, "Shout out to the broadcaster blaming McAvoy for losing his balance and falling into an elevated elbow by Vilmanis. Got to watch out for those apparently." Can't even believe that the broadcast is sitting there like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Like, I don't know why the Bruins are mad. Well, I don't know. Maybe their star defenseman just got elbowed full speed in the middle of the ice, and he's laying on the ground.
And I haven't seen a flying elbow like that since 2006 SummerSlam when Shawn Michaels jumped off a 20-foot ladder. So much so that you have Steve Dangle, the Leafs ball licker, being like, I can't believe I'm sticking up for the Bees right now, saying, where the heck is the penalty on this? Did you guys see that from Steve Dangle?
No,
Yes.
but I love hearing it.
He was even jumping in. He was like, I can't believe I'm forced to do this.
It's so black and white. A chicken
It was
wing.
crazy.
Just a Buffalo Wild Wings chicken wing coming flying through there. If he didn't have a bubble on, his jaw would be on the other side of his head again.
Dead.
And then the broadcast tries to walk it back by like an inch, and they're like, "Yeah, he maybe could have eased up on the elbow there." What,
It was
dude? What are you
Boosh.
talking about? Boosh, who's typically pretty solid on the broadcast.
He had to have hit the elbow room the night before or something. Like, there was no way he was playing at equilibrium.
Take a lap. Are you kidding me? What a joke. What a complete and utter joke. I'm sitting there and I'm not even thinking about Olympics. McAvoy has had concussion issues his entire career, and he's playing his best hockey right now, probably of his career.
Agreed.
And we have this guy, this no-name guy, and I don't care about saying that. He is flying through the middle of the ice with his elbow near the rafters, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, I don't know what happened. What?
It's like the video doesn't lie. Like,
I
in the
was
TNT
stunned.
broadcast, they had every angle of it. They had the most perfect angle of his elbow just flying in midair and
Unbelievable.
connecting with his head. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Something needs to be addressed. And the fact, to your point, B-Cam, there's like no discipline from the league. Like,
No,
what's
nothing.
Parros doing? He's catching a tan on Newport Beach.
Joke. It's a complete joke. If this happened to any other guy, if this happened to Werenski, if this happened to any other top defenseman in the league,
Imagine if that happened to McCarr. People would literally be driving to Florida and lighting this guy's house on fire.
that guy wouldn't play the rest of the year. Whoever hit him, done. See you later. It is such a joke, and they're so lucky that McAvoy got back out there, because I think we might have had like a Brady 4 situation. Maybe same seats to the NHL headquarters. I would have been there. I am not even being exaggerate. I was bullshit last night.
I mean, rightfully so. That whole game, just after that hit, like the tension as like a fan. Anytime the refs got involved, anything that happened, you're just like, really?
And then to top it all off, Vilmanis, whatever his name is, just like very, very, he's just not on the ice anymore. He's done for the game. He's got a shoulder injury. Give me a break. Like,
He
no,
had the Jeannot flu is what he came down with.
yeah.
I mean, the Jeannot flu, AJ Greer, his, you could see, I don't even know what to say about it. That was the hardest punch
He
I've seen in
beat-
a long time. He
he-
beat the piss out of him.
Absolute shit out of him.
Like,
the absolute shit out of him.
That right hook, I texted you guys. I felt that from my bed. Like, my jaw hurt watching that connect.
What happened to the camera angle though? They were like inside the jerseys towards the end of the fight. I couldn't even see
They
it.
kept switching the angles. Like, how about we just hold the camera in one spot? And then there was I don't know her account, but she had the edit, and it was that punch like 5 times in a row to Greer's face on Twitter. Just an all-time clip, and you could just see his head just slowly moving from left to right, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Just insane. But
His
what
head
a
almost
scrap.
did a full 180, a full 360.
And like, like at the end of the scrap, he was just standing there when Greer was on the ice, and Jeannot just kind of little boyed him and almost gave him who did that? Aaron Asham with the old see ya.
I'm not afraid to admit that I did do that in front of the TV, just naturally. It was like,
True fan.
it was just doing it for but yeah, that fight was bizarre. And seeing Greer like try and like give him a couple of licks with his gloves on, like I think he thought he was an even match with Jeannot.
Hey,
He did.
I respect Greer for standing in there.
I loved when he was
He-
on the Bruins. He
Same here.
He was nails when he was on the Bruins. But I got a text from Philippe today, and he was like, "Do you think Bees fans realize how tough Tanner Jeannot is?" And I was like, "I think we do, but I would argue he's maybe the 3rd toughest on the Bruins behind Kastelik and Zadorov." He thinks that he's number 1 over both of them.
I would
I
say
think
he's
he's
tougher than
number one.
Zadorov for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Kastelik just runs around like a madman. I had my note. I don't know if you saw that hit in the second period where he just like completely killed someone in the corner. Like he skated across the entire zone and blew him up below the goal line. But yeah, I don't know. I would say I might agree with Philippe on this, that Jeannot is the toughest guy in the Bees. He just kind of does it quietly.
Yeah.
I agree. It's more concerning too, because like Kaslik has that face where you're like, all right, I don't want to go near that guy because he's scary. Sidorov, same thing. I don't want to go near that guy because he's scary. Jeannot's got like that silent assassin face to
Like the
him.
nice guy, but I'll kill you.
Yeah, exactly. Where you kind of look at him at a bar, and if you're Gavin McKenna, you're like, I could take this guy, and then all of a sudden he's just beating the wheels off of you.
Well, I guess when he was in Nashville, his nickname was Oxford Ox. Do you know?
Oh, a scholar.
So yeah, a scholar,
Gentleman and a scholar.
But like for him, like that's a deceivingly 6'2". I would have labeled him at least 6'4". He's a complete unit, and that fight fired me up completely.
He's worth every penny now. Every goddamn penny.
I think his wife has either one full arm sleeve tattoo or two full arm sleeve tattoos. And I made an off-color joke one time saying, "Oh, is she from the North Shore?" She fits right in. So sorry, Cameron.
That's a cheap shot.
From Wakefield.
That was the hit on McAvoy, but just put my face on McAvoy's body.
Yeah, sorry, we'll cut that.
It's a game misconduct, Mike. See ya.
No, but I thought the game was good. I thought that there was some lapses, obviously, with the Bruins overall, but Easimon played unbelievable. I think he's at a point now where even coming back from All-Star break, I think he deserves like first shot at that the first couple of games. Like if you can get some scoring on those bottom two lines with him there, like count me in. Tanner Jeannot has already surpassed his second most points in a season with the Bruins, and we're only 57 games into the season. So that's awesome to see. Middlestad continues to play well and score and produce. And I know Bruins faithful is looking for a trade on him. Still standing strong on not trading him. I'm at the point now where Arvidsson's the odd man out, and I think a lot of teams would be looking to grab him.
Missed a wide open net last night on that feed from Chuck. Buddy, he had the knee drop and everything. Come on, not to cut you off, but
no, I'm done.
That drove me nuts. But yeah, I mean, there was some chatter going on about Pasta not going in the shootout.
Yeah. I mean, I think you put your goal scorers in the shootout, in my personal opinion. I like seeing Hustanidov there. I think he won us a shootout a few months ago. Played very well. I mean, Victor Arvidsson's goal, lucky, whatever it is, he scored. But you can't put it down as a loss. McAvoy was definitely a little bit of a surprise. He likes to throw a D-man in there. He did it with Peak the last time. I don't really understand the
crazy
whole
move with the Peak.
I just don't see a world where you put McAvoy over Pastrnak, Morgan Geekie, is a top 5 in goals in the league.
Did you see Sturm's comments after? He said something to the effect of, I haven't seen our big guys score in a shootout yet, so why would I put them out there?
How about you put him out there so you can see him score, pal?
I don't hate, and this is not the first time I've said this about Sturm, but it's one of those moves where if it works, you look like a genius, and if it doesn't, they're just like, what the hell are you doing, you idiot? So, I don't know. I was pissed in the moment, but after he said that, I was kind of like,
well, how many shootouts have the Bruins been in this year, though?
I think that was the 5th one.
Not many. Not enough to make it.
I just don't. I think it's too small of a sample size to just count Pastrnak out of shootouts.
Guy's got over 900 career points. Just throw him out there. That'd be like putting like McKenna or like your star player, like just having him on the bench for your shootout. You're probably going to roll him.
He must be going off of what they see in practice when they do a shootout at like the end of like a Thursday practice or something.
I think I saw something else too saying they don't practice shootouts.
You're kidding.
I think he said, yeah, when we get back from break, we're going to have to practice these more. It's like, why are you going to practice them at the second half of the season? There's only 30 games left. We're not doing shootout.
How about we work on the PK?
We're not doing shootouts in the Olympics for the playoffs.
A little dumbfounded there. You knew when Marchand stepped up, he was scoring. It was like he was -1.
I stood up.
Yeah,
I stood up from the couch and I grabbed the floss stick. It's like, all right, there we go.
Yep, that's
over. Another note from this game: horrible arena DJ. playing.
He was a truck.
Could you guys notice that? It was terrible to listen to. It sounded like it was midnight at America's Backyard the entire game.
It's just the strangest rink, I think, in the
It really is.
It's in the middle of nowhere. Like, they either pack it or they don't. They had who's the rapper that was just, like, just getting after it that one night?
Kodak Black
Yeah, Kodak Black, just getting
in the
greasy.
box.
Yeah, and he was doing it, on the glass too, like, just
So funny.
South Florida's so weird.
Well, I mean, they also have
That's the recipe.
Brooks Koepka calls them
Back-to-back cups.
the peas.
Oh, yeah, the peas. Then
Peas.
he was calling Ekblad like a traffic cone. Just like, Ekblad, we're just not buddies. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, come on. They're just a weird, weird spot. Anything else on that? I mean, they got a couple points on the trip. I think it ended, I don't know, as good as if that'd be as if we split. So I don't think we can complain at the end of the day. Like,
Flush it.
like, just hit the reset button, jump on the bird, go sit on a beach for the guys not going to the Olympics, kick back and relax, and to get greasy here. I think they have a lot of away games, which is kind of nerve-wracking. Don't have a great record away from home for the back half, but whatever it is. So keep on chugging.
7 points in a row. 7 games in a row grabbing at least a point.
It's all you can ask for.
Great.
It's good.
It is what it is. Like, obviously, you'd rather see 4 points in those last 2 games, and they'd be in a little bit of a higher position, I believe. But take it for what it is. And they played some really good teams, and it was also just good to see them that they can compete with these teams. And like realistically, they should have won the Tampa Bay Lightning game. I think everyone can say that.
And they could have won the game against Florida.
Without a doubt. So, and like Florida's a little ailed with they're without Barkov and so that's obviously a massive, and Seth Jones. They have some big losses out there, and Bobrovsky hasn't been playing well, but the Lightning are a wagon. I didn't realize how good that guy, their defenseman Radish, didn't realize how good he was.
Shoots the puck a bazillion miles an hour.
Did he play college hockey?
He seems like a guy that played at like
Lake Superior State.
Bemidji State. What's his name? Daniel Radish? Taylor Radish?
Darren.
Both.
I want to say UVM for some reason.
He's a Canadian. This is good podcasting by us.
No, he's an OHL guy.
You mean the show HL?
Taylor Radish?
Yeah, this guy.
He's
There's
gonna get
another guy.
paid.
Taylor Radish also played for Erie Otters. Are they brothers?
They have to be.
That is like a crazy last name to be.
Brother, Taylor Radish.
Yes. Yes.
It is his brother?
Confirmed they are brothers. And what's the other one? Darren's just 2 years older. One's a 96, one's a 98.
And Darren's bald as a cue ball. Taylor has a sick head of hair.
Yeah,
HL, baby.
he can absolutely rip the pill. There was a couple, like he walked into a couple of slap shots that were like, if someone tried to block that, they'd be dead.
That's a quick flamingo or, oh, sorry, I was just out of the lane a little. This is a goalie's job to stop that. All right, well, turning the page here. We'll go a little around the league. A couple of trades want to cover first, and then a big story at the tail end here. Bukestad has now played for his 8th team. Fun fact, when he went over to the Devils, thank God the Devils made that move. They're super dangerous now. Bukestad's a hilarious guy, in my opinion. He just gets picked up at every deadline just because he's a big body and he's a right shot and he can move pretty well. So he just kind of cracks me up. And then the other move was Panarin to LA for a washing machine and a bag of pucks.
The kid Liam Greentree, I did look him up. He does look very good. I think he had over 100 points in the OHL last year.
Yeah.
And he's a big dude. He's like 6'3", 215, 216, something like that. And he's a forward. He scores at an alarming rate. And I honestly think the Rangers might look like bandits on this trade.
You think so? I did see a clip when that kid, Greentree, whatever his name is, he was at the face-off dot and someone on the Sharks like slashed him. And he just looked at me, he goes, like, I'm afraid of you, bud. Like, just little boys. I'm like, this guy's kind of got it. But then there's Rangers Twitter, which is hilarious. They're like Chris Drury, like celebrating when he has like 50 points in Hartford for the next like 3 years. So I think it's a mixed bag. But I feel like that was pretty low, like return, because I heard that he was knocking on the door for like Leonard and Will Smith as a return, and obviously he's not going to get that. But I feel like with the trades that he's made in his tenure over the past like year or so, haven't been like great. Like he shipped out some big names and haven't really. He got like Urho Vakanainen and Dr. Vowels like as a return, and that Trouba deal and the Kreider. I don't know, just weird times if you're a Rangers fan.
Yeah, and I think I heard Trocheck is up next.
I saw Sorokin. No, not Sorokin. Shesterkin, same guy. I saw Shesterkin's name out there, which would be nuts. That would be nuts.
If they ship him, I mean Lafreniere, he's got to be gone.
You would see MSG burned to the ground.
I would take a flyer on him in 30 seconds. I saw something the other day that everyone's calling him a bust. I don't think anybody knows what a bust is anymore. A bust is Jamarcus Russell. But not him.
Bust is Zach Hamill.
Yeah. Oh, don't bring that.
No, I hear you. But that was an interesting trade. I think the freeze is in effect or will be in effect here. So stinks that we didn't see some more moves, but it will be chaos when the Olympics end.
Wait till
to the deadline. It's going to be
deadline.
chaos.
No moves here should mean that the deadline should be pretty fun to watch.
The deadline, though, it's shaping up to be pretty like uneventful. I saw some of the names that were floating around. I saw some guy did a prediction that the Bruins are going to get event. I think
the Bruins have gotten him 5 times already.
Every deadline for the past
and a few other deadlines.
I don't know how I would feel about that one. I feel like we don't need another big body guy. I think we need.
They're not going to get him.
Just give us some speed and some skill. I did see though that the ask for Thomas is pretty high.
Holy cow!
It's like 3 firsts, and someone had a hilarious tweet. It's like, oh yeah, the Bruins had that when they drafted Zaboral, DeBrusk, and Session. That would have been a great package. But the Bees, they do have the capital, like if they wanted to do something like for Thomas. But I was also reading it's unlikely that he gets moved. It'd more so be Kyrou.
I'm
just keep an eye out. Same here.
I've
love to see him in the black.
I've seen Bruce fans say that they don't care if he leaves. They're like done with him.
We'll take him.
So maybe he just needs a change of scenery. I'm in for the change of scenery. Come to Boston. We'd love to have you. Slot you on that top 6 playoff team.
And another one was Leafs Poppy. He said, mock my words, the Leafs will be sellers. And I've just been clowning on Twitter, just saying just completely absurd stuff. I said, yeah, the Bees will get Willie middle finger Styles for a 3rd and a 4th in 2027. But who knows? If the Leafs start selling, it'll be interesting to see what the hell goes on. Like McCann's name has been thrown around, but I'd be curious to see what else happens.
If the Leafs start dropping, there may be a very big prospect coming to the Bruins between 6 and 10 of the 2026 NHL draft.
They can't drop too much.
That would be the knife in the heart for the Maple Leafs, because like the Bruins have just talk about like daddy. Like the Bruins.
How many times can we kill them? How many times? You can only be dead so many times.
Chickless went through it. It's like we drafted Sagan, Dougie Hamilton. We got Minton. Who knows who we're going to be drafting now? Tuukka came back. The way the Panthers are our daddy, we are Toronto's daddy.
Which makes it a little less bad, I think.
They did win. I think they won their last 3 games, though. So they're
picking up.
Maybe they caught heat at the wrong time, which I'm hoping they did. Because we don't need any more contenders in this race for the playoffs.
Domi's going to go have 75 beers on the beach, get a little bit of a gut going, and then he's going to come out to a slow start, and then Chief's going to drop something.
I saw this.
The one about Trent Frederick?
Yes.
Trent Frederick was in the very near vicinity when Carlo hit McDavid Tuesday and skated through like nothing happened. Last night he was scratched. Moral of the story is when you have 3 points all year, you better stand up for those who actually get points.
Saw that.
I mean,
is that bromance from the Bruins?
I think so. But Freddie, good for him. He is collecting a great paycheck. He has some long-term security, but you still got to have some satisfactory in doing your job. And he's got to be miserable. The paycheck every month or whatever, whenever it comes, has to be sick. But God, he's got to be fucking miserable.
He's not making a killing, but he's the most expensive guy per point in the NHL, which is
I wish
good for him. 3 points.
I wish I could have something similar said about me.
He went from living in South Boston to living in Edmonton.
Think about it.
I can see why he might be unhappy.
No bone-in veal parm from Capo. He's probably eating cow tongue and rice 3 times a week.
Caribou hide.
Yeah, and sleeping in caribou hide.
I also did see that Trotz stepped down.
Yes.
Eric Trotz.
Yes.
That was interesting. He said it wasn't health related. He's just kind of done. Definitely a weird move for like mid-season. The Predators have been playing pretty well as of recently. He signed Stamkos, Shea. I think there was March. So he brought in all these big dogs, and I think he was here for like a year and a half.
Not a massive tenure.
No, I thought
Kind of respect that.
yeah, maybe
The man knew what he wanted to do, what he didn't want to do.
yeah, he couldn't last the rest. He couldn't last 3 more months, 2 more months.
No,
Well, he's
go
staying
to the
on.
cottage.
But it just until they find a replacement.
And who are they going to hire? I saw something crazy that Nick Saban is involved in the hiring process for the next GM.
Well, he's part of their is it part of their owners?
He might be. Yeah, I saw that on like Yahoo Sports, and I was like, Nick Saban. What?
Before we get to the big news, or I guess like the top headline, I did see a name floating out there for a trade. Evidently, the Kraken are shopping Matty Beniers.
Saw that too. That's got to be fake news.
That's fake.
They're in a playoff spot.
That's it.
I don't know. I think they were expecting more from a second round or second overall pick.
We might have to check some internal sources on this one.
I will cite.
We'll keep our ears to the ground.
But the Bruins are addicted to getting Boston-based guys, and he is 23 years old, and he carries $7 million until 2030.
Imagine him and Hagen's down the middle.
Oh my God, that'd be a dream. That would be a dream.
Would be a dream.
Until I can cite my sources, we'll leave it at that.
Big news. Anything else on your end, Uncle Brian?
No, I've talked enough.
Gavin McKenna, just his stock. Let's precursor this. If the story is true of why he beat the piss out of this kid, which I hope this is the reason why. I mean, they left the bar at 8:45. Like, it wasn't like this was a 1 a.m. ordeal. His draft stock is through the roof, and he is a mortal lock. Give this kid ownership in any team. Beating the piss out of this kid. And also, this kid crying wolf after he chirped his lights out and got his ass kicked. Like, Twitter is hilarious. People are up in arms. Can't draft him. What a punk. I basically buddied this guy today about trying to say, oh, there's a track record. He'll do it again. It's like, shut up. If someone was chirping your mom, you have every right to beat the piss out of this kid, regardless of how drunk or whatever. And the kid's 3 years older than McKenna, and he just dummied him.
Is he 3 years older than him?
The kid was 21 years old,
Allegedly.
or is 21 years old, allegedly.
Yeah, I think this kid had it coming to him. To be honest with you, I mean, you can't talk about someone's mom and just act like nothing happened.
And then he cries wolf.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike.
I don't know. That was a bizarre storyline to see come to.
Crazy. I want to kick this over, though, to our CJ major, our master's degree in criminal justice.
Smart guy.
Mike Doris, bona fide smart guy. What is your legal perspective and CJ perspective on this?
Well, from the legal perspective, allegedly, if this happens, you can be facing jail time due to the circumstances of punching somebody in the face. You can get sued for just about anything these days. I'd have to brush up a little bit on the legal textbooks, but allegedly, if the kid got beat up, you can press charges. So McKenna could get some jail time if the law enforcement officers responding took good notes, the prosecutors do a good job, and the judge feels so inclined to follow through with the prosecution. They're probably going to settle realistically if this happened how we think it did. Allegedly. I mean, realistically, he'll probably get like a fine and community service. It happened, I think, the state college PD where the responding folks. So shit happens all the time. I mean, they have a notorious Division I football program. So, you know, those guys aren't straight shooters, as I'm sure you can imagine. So, you know, a lot of things get swept under the rug. And I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, this also falls by the wayside if it allegedly happened.
If it did.
I just made like half of that up too. So
Yeah,
Sounded good.
I mean, bar fights happen everywhere, in every city. Like this is nothing new. It just happened to be that he is projected to be the number one overall pick. So it made news. And if the story is true, anybody that says that this hurt his draft stock, you think he's the first guy that's ever been arrested?
I can't wait for the Bruins to trade up and take him. So, I mean,
He's going to look great in
piss and
black and
vinegar.
gold.
Piss and vinegar 101.
That was crazy.
Nut story.
We'll see how everything unfolds. Like you said, Dave, we put the precursor in there, so we reserve the right to walk it back
Yes.
because we're reading the same things that everybody else is reading, and
Everything was alleged.
everything is alleged. And we will have more news when everything comes out. And are we going to continue on here for Olympics? Like as the Bruins take a break, I think we should be recapping Team USA.
Definitely, yeah. Touch base
Maybe
over
take
here. Maybe take a week.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe a week break unless we want to come back on and recap the Super Bowl, which people might like our Pats takes.
Could be a
Do you
Pats
guys
podcast.
Do you guys have best bets before we break here?
Haven't even considered. I emptied my account on the Bees last night, so I have to go back to the drawing.
First quarter under 7.5. First quarter under.
Under 7.5. I like that one. I didn't see
Patriots. I think the Patriots have scored 3 points in their last 4 Super Bowls
interesting.
in the first quarter. What did I just say? I don't know. We are not gambling experts.
No,
And
Gamble
not
responsibly.
anybody else. But I saw I like Hunter Henry. I think for the MVP of the game, very juicy odds. I read something like
Who's going to throw him the ball, though?
our Lord and Savior, who could be winning the MVP tonight. Stand by on that one.
I love Drake. Drake May.
Yeah. And I think I did read something. There was this guy that I evidently does really good analysis on NFL games, and he was saying that the Seahawks have a very poor tight end coverage. And I think if Drake May's shoulders actually not 100%, there's going to be a lot of middle balls. There's going to be a lot of check downs, and I think he could rack up receptions, yards, and touchdowns. So something to keep an eye on there. And my other one is a defensive score or a special team score for the Patriots.
I like that. Marcus Jones.
That's solid.
I can already envision a Marcus Jones punt return touchdown or
Pick 6.
D'Ernest Johnson kickoff return to kick off the Super Bowl. Something. There's going to be fireworks in this game, and I think it has Falcons Patriots type of vibe, Super Bowl written all over it.
Yeah, this doesn't have
hope
Pats
not.
Rams snooze fest. I can tell you that. It doesn't have that type of vibe going on.
But I was thinking about this the other day. How lucky were we? We saw Patriots Super Bowls back-to-back years in college, and one back-to-back, and my senior year, your junior year,
Back.
we saw the Red Sox win the World Series in that same year too. So City of Champions just keeps going on.
And there was an Eastern Conference final as well for the Bees in there.
So
2019.
that's when we sent Vez to the radio because he had to study that night, and it's the same seats theory.
He ruined
Same
it for
seats,
us.
Laura. Thank you, Manny.
Thank you,
Manny, and thank you, Vez.
Thank you, Manny. All right, boys. Before we completely get off the rails, let's wrap quick. Got to do it. Around the horn. Where are we Bearlieving this week?
Mikey, kick us off.
30. Jerry Cheevers. I still love this team. They're bad 2 games in Florida, but the Olympic break is coming at a good time. Get a little healthier for the guys not playing. Maybe Zaka and Elias will get healthier by playing through it. Sometimes that happens. So I still like where they're at. I'm enjoying the ride so far.
David.
Big Z. I did the Sheriff last week. The penalties scare me. They got to get that situated, but I'm going to be consistent to Mike's point. Nice little break, but I think it's going to be good, and I think that we can rattle it off and make it happen here. The Bruins can do it.
You keep doing that, but we already put
I know.
I'm Timmy T, 30, just above the line. I think I was 34 the last couple podcasts.
Back to earth.
Okay, we're consistent.
The penalties scare the lights out of me, but at the same time, I still love them too. Maybe I have to figure that out myself. They play a hard game, and they're fun to watch. There's a lot of Bruins fans coming out the woodworks now, being like, "Holy hell, this team's fun to watch!" And the Bruins fan base is growing by the day. So count me in for this team.
Let's go Bees. I love it. Well, boys, we cruise through this one. Thank you again to our sponsor, Chip Seeds.
Shout out Chips.
Rip the chip.
Thank you.
Go Beat.
Chip and Pud.
Go Pats. Go Team USA. You'll catch us here. We'll probably be a little quiet over the next few weeks, but you'll hear from us in some capacity. Like,
Good show.
subscribe, follow us, and we're going to keep rolling.
Get your
Good show.
Seeds gear too. Their
Yes.
gear, the sweatshirt that Mikey's wearing is unbelievable. Jump on their website.
Chip Seeds, all one word.
All right, boys. Catch ya.
See you, boys.
Peace.